Hi, this is Kelley Holmes, and we are in the Show Daily office with EFI CEO Gecht. Thanks for joining us.
Kelley, thank you for inviting me to your studio here.
Absolutely, our pleasure to have you. Guy, we've sat through many press conferences together, and I just wanted to speak a little bit about the vision of EFI and where EFI started and where you are today. So if you can kind of take us through that process for a moment.
Sure, if you remember, we first business was Fiery, and still a very strong business for us, more than 25 Fieries throughout the Graph Expo show, the most popular digital workflow out there. But as this business grew and evolved, we wanted to get and do more for the industry and extend to other areas. So the first move we did was actually getting into MIS, business process automation. We bought this little company, Print Cafe, back at the end of 2003 with the thinking that going forward, this is going to become bigger for the industry. It's going to be part of every solution. End-to-end integration, end-to-end automation is going to be super important going forward for the industry. But there was a lot of work before that. When we bought Print Cafe, their business was declining. It was actually losing quite a bit of money, and customers were not super happy. Because as a small company, it was tough for them to really invest for what customers wanted them to do. So the first thing we did, actually, we invest more money. We put more money in R&D and support, which made the situation a little worse in the beginning from a financial perspective, but we knew it's going to pay off. And then over time, this became a growth business for us. Customers are a lot happier. Of course, they always want more, a lot happier. The business is growing very nicely for us. It's the first half of this year grew 50% compared to last year. So we're talking about a very, very fast growth. We're growing internationally. We do more for customers, and clearly we view that as a central offering for EFI in what we do for customers. In 2005, we decided to actually play in areas where we felt there's a lot more value to print using inkjet technology. So we bought ViewTech, that was growing at 7% in the couple of years before we bought them. Once again, we did what we always do. We invested in R&D, invested in service, and the business started to take off, growing double digits year after year. Of course, we had recession in a way, but now it's back to growth. In fact, the last 7 quarters of EFI, our UV ink volume is up more than 20% every quarter compared to the last year quarter, which showing you that not just we're growing, our customers are growing with the business that we help them. Over time, we got into packaging. Inkjet is a great technology for digital packaging. We got into MIS with packaging with the acquisition of Radio. So now we have a well-diversified company. We go after areas of print where there's a lot of value to print. We talk sometimes on areas where are tougher for print, like newspapers or books. But the areas we're going after has a lot of value for print. And at the same time, we're giving customers solutions that make them very automated, very efficient, very fast in reacting to customers, and very accurate.
Great. Now, EFI is a company that offers the end-to-end solution and the automation. Can you speak a little bit about that automation and the equipment that is able to be run on that automation?
Absolutely. So we look at the print process from the day that somebody created the job and wants to start to communicate with a print provider about on printing it, delivering it, and then via our digital storefront, we deliver that. Either it's a cloud solution or direct connection solutions where the print providers start to work on that, being able to automatically create quotes, and then it's go all the way to production and back to the customer. And our integration is not just a JDF connectivity when you can move some numbers between two systems. We have a full intelligent automation where we help to give the right data at the right time to the right people, so you can tell how much money you make on each job, how much money you make on each customers, where is the areas of profit, where do you have waste, and as a result, you can really manage your business at a much higher level than before.
Mm-hmm. I've heard a rumor that really the only thing that you need to do in this process is to put paper in the machine. Would you say that that's accurate?
We're not there yet, but I think we're getting pretty close to not having any human intervention other than to load the media in the machine. And we're building some robots that will do that for you too. Yeah, the goal is every time you have a manual intervention, every time you do something yourself, there's a person involved, we obviously prone to do errors. I make mistakes all the time, and I know other people make mistakes too. So our goal is to have all automated, all bulletproof, no mistakes, delivering as fast as possible. Our industry doesn't have the buffer of profit to do things twice or to print on the wrong materials or not to cost the job right. So clearly that's very important part of what we're delivering.
Okay. And as far as the future, are you able to talk about some of the plans coming up, or that's areas of technology that you're looking at that would be the next best thing in the printing industry?
So what we do is we apply technologies that are very common in other industries. You know, we have our headquarters in Silicon Valley. A lot of our people are in the Silicon Valley, so we get to pick and to build what we think is very useful technology that is futuristic technology. For example, cloud printing is something that we lead the industry as far as how many people are using our cloud 24/7 to connect with their customers or to get dashboards of their machine in remote locations and so on. So we definitely focus on technologies that are state-of-the-art out there, and we're building solutions that help build value to print and help people to be more efficient. We're going to continue to focus on the areas we're focusing today. We let customers do more and more with what we build for them. But those three areas of personalized, short-run documents on demand, signage, and packaging, as well as business process automation, are the area we continue to focus on.
Okay. And all of those areas lend themselves to a quick print, small commercial print audience. So do you see that there's larger commercial printers that are migrating more towards the short-run print job? Is that what the change in the market is?
We're absolutely seeing that the print buyers are expecting more jobs but a lot shorter. Mm-hmm. Certainly the timing, the on-demand part of it is becoming more and more important. People are shrinking the time that the print providers can deliver the job where they want to get going and get things done very quickly. And that regards speed of our printers, or we talked about the Fiery being so much faster than any other solution as far as processing speed, are getting more and more important. Mm-hmm. And yes, you're going to have a lot more jobs, and each job is going to be shorter. And in that regard, the speed, the quality, the accuracy, you will have no buffers for mistake on a redo when the time to market for those jobs are going to become more shorter. So the industry is moving there because the customers of the industry are moving there. And we're seeing a lot of customers that before were in the long run are coming and talking to us about short run and digital.
Interesting. Well, looking at the graphic communications industry, what do you think is the key for printers to remain profitable?
So first of all, you got to know where you're spending money and how much each job is costing you and how much each job you can make money on and what type of customers you're making money with. So you got to understand your business in a very deep level. You got to have the right data to the right people in the organization at the right time. That's a mandatory basis. On top of it, you got to move to areas where you add print has more value, mm-hmm. and there's less commoditization. Clearly, even in an area where there is commoditization, some of our customers are doing extremely well because they're super more efficient compared to other people. But in general, the more profit there is, the more the customers see value, like the out-of-home advertisement, clearly the signage, the customers will end up paying more and it will be less commoditized over time. Those are the areas that people need to focus. And we're seeing some customers taking a big leap, moving from their comfort zone to new areas of print, using the customers base they have and getting to be very profitable very quickly.
Excellent. So what would you say the future of the printing industry is? That seems to be top of mind and one of the questions that our audience is certainly speaking about at the NAPL event, at the NAQP conference. You know, their concern is, of course, the e-electronic and iPad, and that's taking money away from print. Is that what you see happening?
So we got to be realistic about areas that will continue to be under pressure. Mm-hmm. Amazon is now saying they're selling more digital books than hard copy books. Mm-hmm. Areas that printing in the office where people are going to use more tablets versus getting electronics from. At the same time, there are going to be areas that for many years to come going to grow as a digital printing, that the value to print is strong. Packaging, for example, out-of-home advertisement, for example. So short run, personalized documents is growing nicely. So we're gonna, as an industry, the people that are gonna make the migration, like EFI is working very hard to continue to migrate our business to where there is value to print. People are going to make the migration. They're going to be very successful in many, many years to come. And we're going to have fewer players of technology providers or print providers, that people that didn't have the scale or could not make the migration to where the future profit going to be. But as far as the industry, I think we're going to be around for a very, very long time. We're going to continue to build on areas where we have value, and we continue to suffer some losses in areas where we have less value, frankly, as a printing industry.
Excellent. Well, thank you for joining us today. I really appreciate you being here.
Kelley, it's a pleasure to talk to you.